Doing all kinds of exercises, fine and dandy. That's exercises including eccentric stretching, which seems to work to a degree, but the thing which seems to be constantly overlooked is the underlying causes as to why tendons have begun to break down, as does occur in tendinosis. Now basically it's where there is irritation with minimal inflammation of the tendon and a gradual destruction of the tendon, which may ultimately result in a disabling injury such as a rupture. Now what we need to be looking at is the reasons why those tendon cells are failing to do their job, i.e. to heal as a result of normal use and to grow stronger. Now the most obvious thing that is overlooked is nutrition. Tendons are like the canaries in the coal mine. They are the most vulnerable to a decline in the body of the general vitality of tissues. So if you are poorly nourished, if there is poor oxygenation of your tissue, if there is difficulty with eliminating metabolic wastes and so on, then it will most likely show in collagenous tissue which has a poor blood supply, particularly the tendons in the limbs, and especially those in the feet and the ankles. Now if you are poorly nourished, if you are lacking in particular any of the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamins A, D, E and K, or vitamin C in particular, or some of the essential minerals such as silica and calcium fluoride, then this will show as reduced vitality of the tendon tissues and the inability of those tissues to heal. Now what I suggest you do is that if you have developed a chronic tendon problem, that you undergo a very careful analysis of your diet and general nutritional status. Now there is a wealth of information on my website about how to go about that, but certainly what I suggest you do is you start with an active elements assessment, because central to good nutrition of your body is ensuring that you have tissue salt balance and plenty of tissue salts in your body. But you certainly do not improve things by taking too much of one salt at the risk of creating an imbalance in the others. So you need to get that right, and the active elements assessment is a very good way to go about that. The other thing to do is to just simply make sure that your diet is rich in all of those vitamins that I have mentioned. If it is not, then you should definitely do a course of supplementation until all symptoms have cleared, until you are symptom free. The other thing to look at, which I must mention, is also to ensure that you have a dribble of amino acids, proteins throughout the day. One of the biggest nutritional faults is for people to pile all their protein into one meal, such as the end of the day. When you have an excess like that, it just simply gets converted into body fat or something else. Okay, you need a dribble of protein. The other thing is, if you are on a low-fat diet, a carbohydrate-rich, low-fat diet, then you are pretty certain to be lacking in all of the, or one or more of the essential fatty acids. Now these, including cholesterol, are essential for health. And again, if you are deficient in just one of these many nutrients, it will show up in your tendons. As an athlete, if you are an athlete, you need to be very, very healthy. That is what an athlete is. An athlete is a very exceptionally healthy person. If you're on a crap diet, how can you expect to have healthy tendons, ligaments, muscles and so on, let alone be able to churn out high performances. Okay, so whether you're an athlete or whether you're just a general person going about their daily work and getting a little bit older and rickety here and there, diet is most important. Once you get your diet right, you will find your tendons will pretty well take care of themselves. And then if you then do your fancy exercise like your eccentric stretching and so on, your body will respond. If you're not properly nourished, then what's the point of doing all these exercises? Sure, they may make you a little bit better, but really they're not going to cure the problem. If your cells are lacking vitality, you can exercise until the cows come home, and sure, you might get a little bit of a respite, but hey, something else will pop up. You'll get another form of injury, and you certainly won't perform well. You'll be tired, you'll get injured, you'll probably get sick, you'll probably die prematurely, you'll probably need a joint replacement early on. So hey, work on the nutrition, don't neglect that, and you'll find that get that done right, and you'll never have to go and see a therapist ever again for a joint or tendon problem.